All right. So I am going to show you how to hide stuff you do not want to show. So in our comp, we have a menu at the top, and we have a header image here, and then we've got these art. Actually, we've got some other stuff, some slideshows and stuff, some donate buttons. But then we've got these articles, but we don't have a home and a latest news heading. So what we want to do is we want to, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to inspect it and basically just set the display to none. So if I come in here and I say, look, I'm going to delete or hide everything within, there's the entry header and then the entry content, I can hide both of those blocks. And when I hide them, it's not only going to make the text disappear, it's going to make the whole block disappear. And this is going to pop up to the top here. So what do we say? Entry header and entry content. And those are both classes. I'm going to just copy that. And then I'm going to go and we'll hop over here and we'll go to, what do I want to do? Customize additional CSS? No, simple CSS is where we want to go. And this is actually the wrong site. Let's close that. Go here, and I'm going to go, actually, let's see, close this, we'll go to customize, we'll go to simple CSS, there we go. Well, shoot, let's make this still a little easier. Let's go back to the dashboard. There we go. That's getting back to where we want to be. And that's why I copied it, because I have already forgotten the name of it. So I'm going to paste that in there. So it was entry header, and I'm going to just say display none. And what's the other one? And actually, I'm going to do that to both. What was the other one? Entry content, right? I'm going to say comma dot entry content. And I'm going to set this to display none. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to right click on that and say open in a new tab. Okay, so now I've come back here and opened in a new tab and I can refresh this. And now both of those things are gone. Actually, guess what? I just blew up the entire site. I wiped out more than just the entry header and entry content. So actually, let's come back. My instinct is this, is that entry content holds more stuff than just that one spot. So I want to refresh. Okay, so now my home is gone, but I want my latest news to be gone too. So let's look at that. Look at all of the margin on the top and the bottom of that too. So that is an widget title. So let's blow away all the widget titles. So keep in mind, these are generic entries. Sorry, these are generic entries, entry header and widget title. I'm actually getting rid of these all across the site, not just for the home page. So now I can close this, refresh, and that's gone. And you can see that I've kind of sucked up some space here as well. And so that's a good thing. I wanted to make that a little more spacey. Looks like we have a little bit of, in the div main, we've got some padding on the top. So that's something that I need to look at. And on the masthead, looks like maybe some margin. I think the green is margin here. So what we can do is let's set the margin for the masthead, or maybe the site header. Let's do the site header instead. So we're going to kind of get rid of some of this extra. Oops, that's a typo. So now I've set the margin for the site header to 0. Okay, so now that's a little tighter. And let's see, there's the page, not interested in the page. There's the masthead. Still didn't work. So we can actually, because there we go. I want to make sure that we're in the right width, page width, site navigation. I don't know. Let's go back and set that the padding on that to 0 as well. Okay, so that gained us a little bit of space. So you have to just play around with some of these things and keep removing margin and things like that. So you can also see that there's some something going on top of this menu that we can get rid of. So I can say site navigation, the same, and I'm going to just use my handy commas. We'll put the commas in there to make it just okay. So we got rid of that. Okay. There's the masthead. There's the main. Looks like the main has maybe some padding on top. Let's blow away that too. What was that? That was ID main. All right. So comma hashtag main. Save it. And I don't know if that helped us or not, but you get the idea. We can kind of go through here and delete extra space as it shows up. And like I said, we can have things disappear by just setting the display to none. So that'll help kind of clean up some of the stuff you want. Remember, the sidebar you can actually turn off in settings. You don't want to use this, turn the sidebar off using display none on that, but the things that you can turn off or that you can't turn off through settings, turn them off through display none in the CSS. All right, hope this helps.